TicTalk, 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 Talk.
A real Celtic talk show by real Celtic fans from the Carluke Shamrock Supporters Club on Hail Hail Media.
TicTalk, 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 talk, talk, talk.
Right, hail hail and welcome to TicTalk with the Carluke Shamrock Celtic Supporters Club. My name is Richard and this session is being recorded on Monday, the 4th of May 2015. This is our, I don't know what to call this one because we've got these weird glasses that looks like something off a cruise. It could be a cruise liner show. It's obviously the 4 in a row Championi show. I don't know where we're going. But Mr. C, who we're going to interview shortly, wants me to press play on a CD player, is that correct? Aye. We have got no idea what's coming next. There we go. Right. So we should maybe apologise in advance. There is this, it's a CD. It's 2 minutes.
Oh, what's the that one?
Oh no! What do you mean it was that one?
What do you mean what's the that one? That show's right to pieces in the last year and a half.
This is why we've not done one for ages. Right.
I obviously know.
While Mr. C finds the track, let's introduce the panel that we've not assembled for a long time, and this is exactly why. Round the table we have
Mr. C,
Michael,
Kevin,
Brian, right side of the lights.
Fantastic, we're all back, and this is exactly why this shambolic crew aren't allowed on here.
you ready?
You ready now?
You sure?
Right, listeners, here it comes.
What the hell's that?
I don't know.
Passing time, everyone.
I know what that is.
Do you let it keep going?
Let it go, you need to let it go,
I'm just going to tell it off before we even get started. This is shocking.
Jim, better quality, son. I'll give you that. I'll give you better quality, pal.
Aye, maybe if it was a golden oldie, a saga show or something like that. There's an island thumbs here, isn't it?
Right, Jim, this is a big bit now.
Here we go.
Is it coming? No, it's still not.
You can stop if you want to.
So it's...
We must apologise to the listeners. We've got absolutely no idea what
None of these idiots here have any idea what that song was.
Fill us in.
Maybe Brian, because he heard it the other night there.
Right.
There'll be a lot of people out there who'll know this song.
Right.
They'll need to be my age.
Is that going to be the TikTok competition? Anybody that can make any sensible reason why that song was played.
Can anybody here apart from Brian tell me who was singing there?
No.
Patsy Cline or somebody?
No. Michael? No.
No chance.
No.
Well, I'm going to tell you.
Go for it.
That was the one and only Jimmy Johnson.
No danger.
That was the one and only
Jinky.
Jimmy Johnson.
Really?
Come on.
Continue that to be listening to that again.
Right.
Come on.
Right, listen. Remember, we've only got 2 listeners, so we need to hope one of them's old enough.
The boys over there. Can't believe you don't know that, Mr. McCall.
This is Jinky. Can I say,
That's Jinky.
thank God he was a better football player than our songs.
Oh,
That song was a top 40 hit.
no danger.
It was.
When the
It was
top
indeed.
40 used to be the top 40.
Yes.
A proper top 40.
Yes, that was a
There
top
we
40
go.
hit.
Listeners, we've
Just
just-
thought you would like
We've
that.
just had Mr. C's 70th birthday party.
Oh,
you know what I
God.
mean?
Well.
Clear that's right, us.
Absolute top 40 in the Hovis advert is a real thing.
You only got Hovis.
Just thought you would like
I
that.
didn't get Waterbands
No,
and
I'm
that
just
thing,
saying,
it was all Hovis.
I think that was a nice touch.
That
It was,
was quality.
aye. And he explains why we're doing the show for the local nursing home. This is God almighty.
Oh, brilliant.
So we're here. We're finally back round a table,
brilliant.
lads. This is brilliant. We've had a few wee TikTok specials and stuff, which has been good, just to keep our neb in, as they say. But we've not had a panel for a long, long time. I couldn't even tell you when we were round the table, actually. So this is good crack. But today, Brian, before I jump into the usual schedule of looking back and looking forward and all that kind of stuff.
Schedule.
Schedule. The usual schedule.
You might have been right with the other one.
You were in paradise, weren't you?
I was
Today.
indeed.
Why were you in
He's looking very
paradise?
sunburnt, maybe.
Yes.
You know.
I'll tell you right now, because I was in there for 10 o'clock kicking the ball with Thomas. There was they released on Twitter this morning that there was 1,000 tickets for the kit launch
And brand new kit.
with New Balance today. So I took Thomas in, we got in there, got the tickets, we wait 3 hours to get in.
God.
So we kind of kicked about in that, we got his Ronnie Roar t-shirt.
I seen that on Facebook, that looks
We got his
nice.
Ronnie Roar t-shirt and we stood next to where the car park where the players all park their cars now, and they got a few signatures.
Oh,
You
superb.
got Scott Brown, James Forrest and Gary Mackay-Stevens.
Fantastic.
We also got John Kennedy
Uh-huh.
and Tommy Boyd.
Good friends in the club.
Oh, big boy day.
Yeah.
People who have been at our dances.
Yeah.
Aye, many times,
So,
boy day
We
especially.
went to there into the presentation in the main stand.
Right,
Jerry McCulloch from Radio Clyde was the compere. Very good.
was he?
And all I can say is Gary Mackay-Stevens and James Forrest are needing a wee bit media training.
You think we should
Vincent Minnie should run up there and give them a wee kind of half an hour spot.
Right.
Going through the sublime to the ridiculous.
You're saying there was the main stand. Was this outside the main stand or in a lounge?
No, it was actually in the main stand. There was Michael.
the
The
seats.
seat to the front bit, the back. We were sitting, but
That's
next
quite
to the
good.
director's
Michael.
box.
No. No, I'm leading here somewhere. I'm leading
Michael
here.
only goes if it's an executive box.
Right.
You can just scam these wee entities.
Right.
You don't want to open.
The first personal jibe goes
Where
to
I'm leading
Kevin.
here is did they have like a wee stage built on the
They
park?
did indeed. They had a wee stage. No,
And they
Michael-
look professional.
Yes, it did.
must
indeed.
have.
Unlike our friends across the water.
The stage was built
B&Q, the
at the top of the behind where you sit, Jim. See behind the dugout, and everybody was
right,
sitting in the back, the bit behind the director's box, and it was right there. It was very good.
The wee man
Ran
enjoy
well.
it?
Thomas thought it was fantastic.
And did those tickets go? Was it busy?
Aye, it was good.
And he's his favourite local Brian Manusrap.
Yes, he got that because his first communion is coming up.
Fantastic.
Well, we pre-ordered the strip.
You do
It
realise
comes out
he's
on
not allowed to
the
wear that on and he's going to
23rd.
communion.
He's not going to have it for it.
He's not going to ask, but that was the first thing I asked the lassie when we can get the strip, and they said it's the 23rd of May.
Ah, right, okay.
So it's pre-ordered for him.
What about it then? What can you, obviously it's an audio show, but how can you describe it? Is it a thumbs up or a thumbs down for the Conley household?
I quite like it, Richard.
Quite like
honestly, quite like it. But I quite like New Balance stuff anyway. So
Right.
Kevin just pointed something out to me. Did you get a freebie today? I've got a hat here that says New Balance on it.
Oh, wee giveaway.
I
see.
But
And describe the shirt to us, and we can go on the website and check it, but what's the kind of
I think it'd be better going on the website. That's it. It's a hoop start.
Is it? It's high.
End of the day.
It's green and white.
It's green and white hoops.
Anyway,
bad
kept
with
to
it.
hoops.
Aye.
Everybody's happy.
It looks quite good. Looks,
Right.
To me, it looked quite good on the stage today. Then we were over at the shop before the presentation. They didn't have the dummy set up at the front door. Can I idea
Oh,
with
yes.
the strip on it? And then after that, he told you go in and pre-order your top.
Right.
If you pre-order your top, you'll get a free T-shirt with from the day. That was the gimmick.
There you go.
And the seats, have they taken away the Nike badge?
They had a big part of see the thing that's up on the Rangers end, up in the top. Now they've not putting anybody in the seats.
Oh, yes,
They've got
yes.
the bits of that covered right in Nike. The bit where we sit.
Oh, they all moved about?
Aye,
Right,
they were all
right.
kind of put across there so you couldn't really see the Nike up there.
Right.
But it's been interesting to see because our season tickets have all got Nike on them. See the wee cards? They've all got Nike
Oh,
on
the
them.
cards.
I think they'll issue new ones. So
The
stock it up
flannels.
with version.
Aye, I seen that on Twitter yesterday, Kevin.
The application says you have to use your own card still.
Aye, but it's got Nike on it, Michael.
But
So I don't know how they'll go along the lines.
might as well.
Just having a look, see, what do you call it? Most people agree with me. Thomas are standing, and Mackay, Stephen, and Scott Brown came back out onto the park, and they were in the kind of night. New Balance people were kind of standing about. Gone with the look in their faces. They look quite good. They thought it was a good presentation today.
Ah, right, okay.
Kind of idea. It was quite funny. It was quite if Celtic website puts this up, it is quite funny.
With the interviews you were talking
Aye,
about earlier.
interviews. It was quite good because Jerry McCulloch, after they had two girls from the the women's team there and all.
Alright.
And one of the lasses says, "Good to see a bit of eye candy up here." And along the lines, he says something a bit like that. It was quite funny. A good looking one out here, wasn't it? Canadian. So it was quite good. They were all sitting in the chairs along. So it was quite a good presentation. Quite enjoyed it actually.
Was there a buzz about the place?
James Forrest said that. Scott Brown absolutely went buckle. But it was quite good that way.
Oh, superb. Right, quick one, throw them in. Your favourite tops? You mentioned the one earlier, talk about the pinstripes and
Oh,
stuff.
aye, the one with the white, there's a green one and a white one. The green one had white pinstripes,
Yep.
and the white one had green pinstripes. So
Reverse.
must have been the first season they had 2 away kits.
We're trying to remember the
I
season.
couldn't remember.
Could be kept
couldn't
now,
remember
sir.
for the years. I
Yeah.
can remember getting both of them for a birthday for different people and a Christmas or something like that for different people. But I always loved these strips.
Nice.
But the lime green one you can't.
That was mine. That was St Mirren Love Street.
St Mirren favourite?
Love Street. I retweeted a clip because it was anniversary, obviously, of that game 2 days ago, and I watched the highlights again. And I was at the game with my dad. My dad's grabbed me. You're not going on the park. You're not going on the park.
Stay where you are,
know?
boy.
I mean, you watch it. And the only thing that saddens me in that is obviously Judas is in it. You know, I just watched that. That's the only thing. You know, I've got to be honest here. It saddened me that he was in that.
You've got to let this go,
But
mate.
see if you watch, you know, I mean, one of my heroes in that, Danny McGrain, what he done in that game was fantastic, and he was probably the oldest in the park by a mile.
Oh, just...
I remember because I think the first time I ever wore that strip was against Sporting Lisbon away.
Was
Me
it?
and Brian were in a room. It was like a European game, and Brian and I were in the room with the wee black and white telly. And you just see when you see it, you just knew. And I think the commentator even said, "Oh, Celtic in their new away kit."
Right.
Ran down the stairs so we could see it, and my dad was watching the game downstairs so we could see it in the corner telly. You know what I mean? But we're probably 12 and Brian was 10 or something like that. Brilliant.
Then it's, we want that.
Aye. Alright, we need that one,
Brian, your favourite? Was it the one today, or is it one for the past?
I quite like the one Kevin was talking about earlier there,
The
because
pinstripe number.
on Twitter later on today they were trying to somebody had sent up a a tweet, they think that's what the new away top's going to be like. That's what we were talking about earlier.
Yep.
And if that comes up, I think there's a cracking looking tab.
That'll be a winner.
Aye.
Nice one. And Mr. C, your favourite Celtic karaoke song?
Bumblebee.
There's not even going to be a discussion on
The Bumblebee. It's going to be.
I was trying to steer him into karaoke songs.
Oh, no.
In case I can get a different answer. It's going to be the Bumblebee strip.
Why with a bumblebee?
Because there
Why
you
is
are.
that?
Don't start
Bumblebee.
treating
You all know why.
We all
the
know the
bumblebee
story.
bumblebee.
You've covered it. Aye.
Tell listeners why.
You played
Because I played on Celtic Park with a bumblebee strip on.
Why?
in what game?
Peter Grant's testimonial.
Hey, Peter
the one and only.
Fantastic.
And if we, just in case nobody knows, Peter Grant will be playing in the cup final.
Yes.
Aye, because some place first.
Peter Grant.
Oh, right. I thought, whoa, wait a minute.
It doesn't point as much
No,
as that anyway.
no,
If it's semi-finals, then to go by.
Concentrates on the ball.
That the bumblebee
The bumblebee.
strip.
So hold on a second, can we just remind, it wasn't actually the testimonial game, it was the game that they had to, the fans were allowed to play in, surely. It wasn't actually the proper
Oh
testimonial
no, he
game,
was
was it?
he was in base.
wait a minute.
Oh, you're not going to take that away from him.
I just want to make some clarification.
I'm very disappointed in you here, David.
I'm alright, 5 or 6 with Mr. Craney, and don't call him Crazy Legs Craney for nothing.
Right, okay. But it was the game prior to the testimonial.
Fair enough.
On the
Half an hour before kick-off.
But
Aye.
I think
So-
I might have been one of the only people there that night, and I'm talking about Peter Grant and all the rest of them,
Actually, I like Peter
that
Grant.
actually shook hands with all the Celtic players as they came out onto the park,
Fantastic.
and all the German players.
Oh, did you as well? Oh, nice one. Nice touch.
And was it Klansman?
You weren't trying to put them off. You weren't
Can I ask you a wee question
whispering.
Did you have a tear in your eye?
Tear my?
Oh, come on, man.
Couldn't
Couldn't see a thing in front of him.
One of the few occasions then, eh?
And I think
Obviously, it wasn't Polly Guinness, but on the pitch.
Klinsman.
I'm not sure. But
It's a while ago, by the way.
one of these top German boys, you know, they're all the same.
He's top quality, I
I
think.
think the strangest thing is he still wears the Bumblebee socks, dude. He's lucky
I've
socks.
still
now.
got them, they were my lucky socks.
Important games and stuff like
That's
that.
why we are where we are. 4 in a row champions. Brilliant. Right, we'll jump into the normal schedule now, if I can say that. We'll go out. We'll just fade out with a wee bad jinky.
That's a swear.
It's a sway. Sway, Brian, sway.
I thought it was only meant Margaret in a parochial hall dance.
No, yeah.
Passing time.
Dance to that.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, 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 tock.
Right, back from the chaos to the shambles. So we always look back, of course, and there was a wee game on Friday night where Celtic trounced the team of Dundee 5-0. I managed to see it, thankfully, just before I grabbed the young family and headed away in the pikey van for the weekend, which was superb. Oh, you're allowed to. Oh,
I was trying to tell you
I'll
earlier.
back you up.
That's what I was saying earlier, is that?
Oh,
Is
yeah,
this-
I'm a pikey. A pikey is a person who travels on the turnpikes of the country.
There you go, there
I
you
take
are.
my tour caravan and head off into the wilderness. That's why the boys are a wee bit further away from me, because I need a shower and a shave and I'm no long back. So, boys, talk to me about the game. Was it the 4 of you guys at it?
Yeah.
Who was watching it at different places and stuff?
No,
Right, Brian shaking his head? No?
Brian wasn't there.
Brian
Brian wasn't there. Could you ask Brian
Is there
where
a
he
story?
was?
Oh, God almighty.
Hold on.
Brian.
Hold on, I see me get on my
That's a
phone.
wind up on that.
What? No, Brian.
I have not been prompted on this one.
No.
Mr. Conley.
Brian was mixing with Lulu and her friends.
Oh, no.
Celtic have
way.
never played in a Friday night at Parkhead in my memory. Trust me.
So where were you?
So,
So I just happened to have tickets for me and the good lady
uh-huh.
to go and see Take That.
Relight my fire.
Yeah, it was quality.
It was
I can
quality.
imagine.
Oh, and were you checking Twitter between songs and stuff? Were you getting the updates? Were you getting the texts?
No, I just shook my head.
To be fair, his brother disowned him in the bus.
Aye.
Aye.
Was he texting you during the game?
We sent him photos, son.
No, I don't need to tell me anything.
That's brilliant. Take that. Oh, fantastic.
Thanks, Richard, for leaving me right.
Right, Kevin.
He wasn't the only one.
You weren't seeing the house
He wasn't the only one, just in case somebody else is listening. Right?
Who?
Stephen McLaughlin was at Take That. and all.
No way. The famous Pops.
Pops, right. Sorry.
What? The chaplain of the parish. You're
Well, there we
kidding.
go.
Oh, fair
Sorry,
enough.
Pops.
There you go, that's his name been blackened. Kevin, save us here.
I was at the game,
You were
Richard.
there, and you enjoyed it.
I actually had my Take That tickets and sold them because the Celtic's more important. But
Oh!
Did you know that's a concert during the year?
Yes, he did.
Did you not go to a concert during?
Kevin, tell the
Give us
truth.
me, Kevin. For God,
It was
you
a-
want your
It was a European game.
One at a time.
Don't
Right,
be like
Michael.
Jack
Richard, what's the deal?
Richard, I would like a camera to be brought in the route to see the colour of that man's face.
this game's for
Kevin.
reality.
Kevin McCauley, don't tell lies now.
Was it Anne Sheck?
It's a shambles. Shambles.
Shambolic.
Did you go and see Anne?
Move on. Yes, I was there Friday night.
You were there Friday night. Talk to me about the game. Overall, did you enjoy it? Were we in stunning form?
I didn't really enjoy it that much.
No.
Because it was so one-sided.
Right.
It was an absolute stroll in the park. First half, Celtic just knocked the ball about. It looked as if they could score at will at any point. Second half, very much the same. Got a couple of goals, a few substitutions made. Easily could have scored another 2 or 3, to be honest. If they really wanted to. Dundee have been getting kind of lots of plaudits this year, and I was up at Thames Park the week before, and you could see that Carluke's got them kind of playing, and he's making the best of what he's got, but they were absolutely.
He's not got much.
Nah, to be fair, he probably is. They're fighting above their weight and where they've managed to get into the top 6. But it was one-way traffic. All night. Nice night to start with. You think summer football, and then all of a sudden the sun goes away. And it was Baltic, absolutely Baltic. I thought I could go to the pub right now. 100 places there. I think I'm going to the pub with 20 minutes to go.
Oh
Bobby Madden, what do you think of him?
That's just just a shambles, but I don't know.
Just a typical SFA certified ref.
Yeah, correct. Most of them
God.
are shambles.
Favourite goal at the 5?
Our Beatons was a sort.
Beatons at the end?
Aye.
The ball never moved.
But I think, and they actually commented on that, it was McCann, when the Sky Studio, I watched the highlights when I went home, and you could actually see the mitre sign in the ball as it moved, because it wasn't spinning, there was no spin on it, it just went through the air. It was a cracker. It struck it really, really well.
Aye.
But the game itself, stroll in the park.
Just a
absolute
doddle,
stroll.
a yawn fest.
Yeah.
Aye.
Well, I'm loath to say it wasn't exciting, because it's
Because you get 5 Celtic goals.
Five goals. You're winning the league, or you're on your way to winning the league.
Yep.
Which is all we all want. But I've got to say there's been better games this season.
Aye. Mr. C? Atmosphere on the night and stuff?
The atmosphere was great at
Aye.
Celtic Park that night. It was a wee bit back to what we used to get. Maybe Friday night, I don't know.
Aye, a wee bit of difference and stuff.
It was like
Coming
that.
for your working things.
As I said later on Sunday, it's the first time in a long, long while I've seen somebody getting carried onto a bus.
Oh no,
This isn't
another blacklist for the shopaholic, is it? Thank God.
As you're walking to the bus park, there was a boy getting carried with 2 guys. And I thought, is this Friday night football?
To be honest, quite a lot of the guys in their bus had 5-0.
Aye, I know what it is.
Seriously?
51, aye.
51?
They reckon they lifted £2,500.
Oh my God.
A couple of quid on it.
That's fantastic.
Quite a lot of boys. The back seat boys.
Oh, the back seat bookies.
We actually thought Stefan Neal was going to be lost, because we actually started leaving without him and trying to hold. He was obviously holding the lights. He went to the carriot shop and was,
spending the winnings.
Missing in action.
Oh, superb.
On the night and all, there was a thing that I didn't notice at the time, but it's been commented on a couple of times since then, that Scott Brown's goal came from the goalkeeper.
Yes.
And every other player had to touch it.
Every player.
Which,
I'll tell you.
You know, takes us way back a wee bit, I don't know.
Jumps back to that Love Street thing, doesn't
Love
it?
Street,
Remember the big
aye.
team goal? Aye.
But I mean, I didn't notice it at the time at the park.
Well, they were raving about it in the telly, because I was in and out at that point and watching it and stuff.
However, BBC last night chose to show three of the passes out the 11, and they showed apparently 20 seconds of the Celtic game, and then proceeding talk about how good Aberdeen were this season, and showed a montage of Celtic winning the league where half the games they showed were Celtic getting beat. I mean, I didn't see it, I'm just going with what Twitter was saying.
So that's a good bit of research to make that happen. God bless the BBC.
I know. It's a joke. That programme's just a joke.
I watched it last night. And
did you?
And all they showed the Celtic goals, and that was it.
Right.
And they did the Aberdeen game.
Right.
And they showed quite a good bit of the Aberdeen game. I listened to the Aberdeen game on the radio. And Aberdeen did have, to me, quite a bit of the pressure. And they showed all the Aberdeen pressure, all the chances they had and things. But I watched the statistics when they come up at the end of the game. And the D United had more shots and goals, had more chances, sort of thing. They had more corner kicks, they had more possession. So,
and they were trying to paint it as if Aberdeen were...
Well, the way they looked at it, Aberdeen were... I thought they were very unlucky, but... And thinking they were very unlucky, and listening to it, without seeing it, because you don't see it, but you listen to it, I thought, Aberdeen haven't a clue. They're doing all their things, but they're just running up against a brick wall. And it wasn't like Dundee United, over defensive or anything. So Aberdeen ran out of ideas, and I think they ran out of motivation and all. I think they lost it.
Classic. Then we'll come on to that sort of thing, because I want to hear where you were. Well, is it on that? Because if it is, hold that.
Aberdeen.
Right, hold that then for me, because I want to know exactly where you were and stuff for the Saturday thing. Michael, yourself for the game on Friday, and what have you, your memories, your highlights?
Griffith's first goal, he got up against the big centre half, phenomenal. How he bulleted that ball in. You know, that guy, in my opinion, should have been dropped a few times here in the past weeks. That guy, his work rate, his commitment, everything. But like Ronnie says, he's been working at him in the training ground, he realised that he wasn't the man for Celtic's way. You know, that the passing game up front, his own, whatever.
Right.
And what a difference that guy! He's phenomenal.
Some turnaround.
Aye, and if you remember, he won Player of the Year in Scotland like 2 years ago. You know,
Was it?
Aye, you know what I mean. So, you know, he's a class act, in my opinion. Again, Brown's goal. He celebrated right in front of Kano.
That's right.
You know, a lot of the Kano kids are all there, and they must have been like,
Fantastic.
what have I just seen here? You know, what I mean, they kids
Imagine that's your first game.
Aye, they kids right next to the Kano. I couldn't believe it, and the Kano kids were just erupted. You know, and we'll talk about the Kano thing later. But
Yes.
I just felt that was a nice touch as well.
Excellent.
You know? But getting back to what Kevin says about the mitre sign, the Beaton. I mean, Beaton has had a lot of shots recently that have been sclaffs, half-hearted,
right,
over the bar. Let's be honest here.
Right.
But that one there, it's class. The keeper sort of looked and went, where is it? it was a strange keeper. If we ripped his neck,
Aye.
you know.
Aye.
But listen, we got the points, and that was the main thing.
Certainly did. Certainly did. Some night. So that moves us into Saturday, Brian. What can you tell me there? What are we going to jump in with Aberdeen stuff?
It's actually about Aberdeen for the full season. I was going to talk about.
Right, sure.
They've been very fortunate all the way through the season. They've won a lot of games with the odd goal.
Right.
And see if you've seen the highlights of the week before against Inverness. Inverness missed 2 in the line.
Right.
That's right. They
You know
must
what I mean?
penalty.
Well, did they as well?
Jeez, I'm sure there was something happening in the game because
Honestly, and I'm not joking, see the, what do you call it, the chance the guy missed. It was actually the goalkeeper, obviously we're only a yard away from each other here, Richard, that's the distance the guy missed it.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's been a lot of games they've won a game and an odd goal, and over the season, teams get a season like that.
Oh, aye, of course.
I don't
Champions
think
have
they'll
got
get
to
the
be
same.
lucky in some ways as
I
well.
don't think they'll have the same next season.
No.
I don't know, I think that's...
Well, it's more
He's
just my opinion.
made a couple of good signings already. I've got to say that one was very, very impressive in the semi-final with Shinnie. To me, he's got all the makings of Celtic left back, a Celtic full back. The way he was getting up and down that pitch,
Right.
nice touch, was able to give eye players, and it's kind of young Scottish talent like that. That well done to Aberdeen because they've managed to get him a pre-camp contract. But he would give Gary a run for his money, and then we've got 2 good right full backs and Adam Matthews, who I think's been off the boil in the last year and a half personally, but you've got Lustig and you've even got Darnell Fisher as a kind of backup to them. But we don't really have that strength and depth on the left hand side, and it was a wee bit of a surprise to me that you could have got that boy on a
Do you think he
contract
might
agreement in January?
Aye.
I think he's a smashing player.
Do you think he might do what the player that was supposed to went to Ross County or something like that, the boy Britton?
Aye.
Remember he was meant to go to St Johnstone
And he come back again.
to Ross County. You know what I mean? There was a thing about that.
don't remember that.
He had a pre-contract deal
He
backed
has
out.
to get out it.
and he got
Oh,
out
really?
it. I don't know if Celtic can nobble that a wee bit. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know.
But there's two good left full-backs that we've not really shown any interest in, because the Robertson, the young boy Robertson, who left Aberdeen and went to Hull, albeit Dundee United and went to Hull. We probably couldn't have matched Hull's salary, to be perfectly honest, because of where they are in the Premiership and the kind of stupid money they get paid. But he left. Dundee United took a punt on him when he left Queen's Park to go to Dundee United.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Similar
Again, don't really have that strength and depth in the left full-back position.
Aye.
Anyway, I think you're probably right in terms of the one game for the odd goal, but I think when you start to have a wee bit of success like that, the best thing you can do is bring in some further good players to bolster the squad, and maybe players will look at them and say, well, they're at the top end of the league, so maybe they could put in a sustained challenge. Because I don't agree. I've listened to the Homeboys lots over 3 months ago. Jason was saying, I lost 3 seconds sleep with that challenge coming for Aberdeen, and I felt the exact same way. To me, it wasn't a challenge for Aberdeen as far back, but they actually have kept it mathematically possible for them to win the league until only 3 games from the end, which is actually all credit to them. But I never ever felt that. Had they won at Celtic Park when we pumped them 4-0, and they were a better team by far in the first half, in my opinion, that day. We were very, very sluggish. Had they taken anything, and particularly had they won that game, then you could have said, they're putting up a good challenge. They're real challengers, but They ended up being in the wrong end of 4-0
Just
high.
fell away altogether. Aye. But hopefully we can build on it, get more players. You don't know, other guys that look to these shinnies and think, he's doing alright, he's getting his name well done. You never know, because we certainly want the challenge.
Aye,
We want it, and we want it for proper people that are paying taxes and playing football the way it's supposed to be, like a sport. Schmucks. Anyway, sorry about that. Wee bit of the sun today. Right, so that.
I'm going to get some ice for it.
I get me some ice.
We're not talking about newspaper, by the way.
No.
Correct.
So that Saturday, we became champions. So I want to check with these boys, because it's a bit weird, because we never you weren't at Paradise and it happened and you were there and your flags and stuff. No, it just kinda happened on that Saturday. So I'll ask you, Michael, because for me, here's a wee scenario. I was in my pikey van up in Stirlingshire, right? Set the scene. Just relax, it's
Why do you
approved.
go and you're up north then, you're only in Stirlingshire?
It's not
That's
like
not up north.
It's not like up north. I can't give my position away. I can't tell you.
Right.
So there we are, right? The kids are running about wild and stuff, and I'm opening the wee bar. I've got a wee bar in the bikey van, and opens it up, and there in there, right for the day we bought the van, I put in a bottle of Prosecco because it's got a wee holder. Popped it in there, it's got the wee glasses upside. It's fantastic. I'm just a picture of the scene, you know. And I said to Joe, because Joanna doesn't drink, it's just me. I says, you know what? I don't know when I'm going to have that, because I can't drink a full bottle myself. So it's been there. And as soon as I said that, my phone went bananas with text messages from everybody. That's us, 4 in a row, get it up, you champion. Well, there you go, that was it was cracked home. Full bottle of Prosecco, I slept like a log. Don't know what happened to the kids. I do want to get the kids.
Mine's just nowhere as exciting as that. I'm in East Kilbride shopping. And,
God, that's a bad start.
oh man, I can't even tell you this here. I'm not even tell you what shop we're in. And my phone goes, Mr. Conley, the president.
Like, the president himself.
The president.
Jesus, official.
Aye, what is it, Peter? He sent a text out.
Can you send a text?
How was up like? You know, date yourself like? No. You need to send a text out. I says, how was up? Do you know Ken? You know Ken? I says, what are you on about? He says, we just won the league. I mean, how was the score? And he lost it with me. You mean to tell me you're a true Celtic man? You didn't know the score. Where are you? Right? And I says, I'm in Marks and Spencer's.
You're not just a champion, you're a Marks and Spencer's champion.
In the food, the retail park at East Kilbride, right? And I walks out, I say, I'll need to go outside and speak to Peter here. So Peter's like, you've organised a party in the hall at night, any time after 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Brilliant.
Mr. C opened the bar, get everybody there, and that was it. And it just kept on for there, but obviously you were wearing your pikey van, so you missed it.
I've seen the photos as
They
well.
put a picture on Twitter and that,
Yes. I raised my glass to my phone when I seen the wee picture.
But it was a weird moment for me because I'm used to being at a game or knowing or being with the boys or something.
See that line?
Honestly, it shows you how far. I think we don't care about them across the city at all. You know what I mean? Folk are saying to me, what's their score? I don't care. I don't care if they play 4 games, they play 6 games. In this instance here, I just cleanly forgot. I did.
Brilliant.
And I get ribbed for it anyway.
Brilliant. But yeah, you had a party. See,
We had a party.
So Mr. C, how handy is it having the head barman of the hall on the bus?
Well, Peter and I spoke about it after the game on Friday. We had spoke about it and says, right. I said, well, I'm all for it.
If it happens,
I'm
I'm
all
ready.
for it. I said, I don't care.
There's nothing in the diary.
I don't care if I get a row.
I don't care if I get it. I don't care if the priest
cancel
comes in.
somebody else's booking.
As far as I'm concerned, the hall's empty and it's saying the hall's empty.
Aye.
So if you want it, we'll go for it.
Superb.
So,
Would you have kicked out a birthday party if it was happening?
no.
No, you wouldn't have,
I
right.
couldn't have done that. But
We've just invited another 30 or 40 unexpected guests.
Do you guys with the smaller the scarves?
You're the guys singing Celtic songs in the corner.
what Michael's going on about and all was part of it as well, because to say what I did was I laid in my bed Saturday afternoon.
Not for
With your lucky socks on.
No.
Brian, I'm going to picture the scene here.
Look, Brian, I'm not going to talk about what I done.
Whoa!
I went to my bed. I listened to the other
Sydney Devine.
crowd game,
Oh, jeez.
and I was quite happy when it finished at 2 each, you know. So then I listened to the Aberdeen game, and it was hard going. really hard going. But I got a message from Michael.
Oh.
Sort of said, hey, podcast thing, is it alright? I said, fine.
All right for tonight, aye.
Fine. I said, I'll maybe see you later.
Oh, I thought she no.
You get another
So
rubbing.
Michael come back, what's happening?
You're beauty.
So I just text
Tell
back,
you, committee man's getting a rubbing tonight.
just text back, ask Peter.
Ask St. Peter.
Honestly, I was totally oblivious to it.
Now, did everybody behave themselves? Was it a shambolic night? Were we okay? Is there any damages we need to
It
cover?
was-
Well, I've not got the Rebel pod back yet. I'm just about
Oh,
to
you're
check, make
joking.
sure it's still,
It's in there,
still
fella.
there.
It's in there.
With the club flag up. The club flag was
Flag
up.
was
flag
up.
was up,
The
right.
flag's there.
Brilliant.
Put the flag in there for
It
sure.
was a typical shambolic
Gathering.
gathering.
Fantastic.
Absolutely fantastic.
Excellent.
Kids that, what, a year old sort of thing.
Right.
A year and a bit. I don't know what
Right.
young Joseph Mackay's wee boy is. So he was giving it all day all
Was
night. Just
Up the
dancing
dance
about. Stephen Lauder's wee girl, Darcy,
Right.
she was running about crazy.
Superb.
Thomas, I had Thomas playing crab football.
Oh, the famous Carluke St. Ath's crab football.
I
Fantastic.
introduced them to crab
Come
football.
on. What a night,
I
man.
lasted
I thought
5
it
seconds.
wasn't actually crab football, because it wasn't a football they're playing with, it was a crab small teddy.
Oh,
It was a
fuck.
small, it was a small teddy. So
It was the softest
putting
thing I could
this
get.
wee teddy up, I'm putting it all.
It wasn't the Roxy Bear, was it?
And everybody turned up was absolutely brilliant. It was great. It was
Excellent.
a really good night and no bother.
Aye.
None whatsoever.
Good wee party for
Good
the
chat as well, wasn't it, Jim?
We made a wee bit of money out of it. Well,
First
Bart
class.
took in a bit of money.
Excellent.
The boys have said that they'll make a donation for using the hall as well. So
Oh, there you go. You can't say fair or not.
Probably the first night out for a while that we've had, there's a comment that the barman's no ran out of drink.
Because
Because
it
I know,
caused you surprise. No
Oh,
harm.
John Kelly.
Well, we're talking about you here, not John Kelly.
Aye,
Oh,
we're
I
not
was
blaming
working
John.
that. John Kelly was working, and he flogged my blood. So I'm gonna-
He flogged your spare blood.
I've got a surplus of blood.
Oh, super.
John made a great job of pushing that blood.
You're top
It was a
salesman.
pound a bowl.
Brilliant.
150.
150. You
The
can't say fair or
EU,
not.
Bud Mountain.
Getting cleared
So,
party
like,
by
it
party.
was a great night, and as I say,
Excellent.
it was a wee bit of struggle listening to that game.
Oh, just to get through it.
Just
And Kevin the Rebel Pod was there. It made it to the party. The official lucky merchandise.
Goes everywhere.
What was it? Do you remember the first song? How did we kick off? Was it just straight into
usual
champions?
rubbish.
Or was it a Jimmy Johnston?
No.
Passing time.
Kevin
Passing time.
Kevin had the Rebel pod on.
Willie Bailey, that's what it was. Willie
Willie
Bailey.
Bailey,
And
brilliant.
I got abuse for the two brothers' gran.
Oh, come on.
Oh, what's that? What's that?
Can you get
Oh, here we
abuse?
go, Kevin McCauley. Slap your wrist moving. I'm like, it's Willie Bailey.
Willie Bailey.
What's wrong with Willie Bailey?
Right.
See if you hear the
Case for the
party Willie
defence.
Mealy
Case for the
song,
defence.
you
What?
would slit your wrist.
But what happened was when Kevin
It's a
left,
slow builder.
Kevin left the place halfway
Right.
through the night
Right.
to go to La Piazza for his dinner.
Oh, I don't think it's
right,
Hey,
right.
right.
But he's left his
You
Rebel
left the
pod.
Rebel Pod.
And then what happened? Mr. C decided to take over.
Oh, God
Rebel
almighty.
pod was taken out.
Sydney
And
DeVille.
what did-
Fine pod with
and what
it.
did you put on?
I don't know.
Passing
Time. Passing time.
Well,
It's just a tactic to get everybody out the
Carl's
hall.
got a lot to answer for.
the
Dragging
president,
me to dinner.
the president brought that EP.
Did they? Here it's here.
So I thought it's great. I've got to play that because
This couple,
What an
Quigley's Point,
well, that's a different one.
they
That's a
played.
different one.
They played at the association years ago,
Did they?
and they recorded this CD in a place called Law Village.
Oh, Jesus. The law.
Yes.
The law.
And
Just in the road.
This was the couple who recorded the Paddy McCourt song.
No way.
Yes.
Oh, we had that one Saturday.
Aye,
Oh,
so
yeah,
that
what's
one.
it on? Thomas's song.
You know, we had,
Who else was it?
Tell you.
With Let the People Sing,
Let the People
Johnny
Sing.
Thompson,
And they did.
Fields Afternoon Eye, Celtic Symphony,
Oh, first class, by the way.
and obviously just can't get enough.
Have you transported this onto the Rebel Pod?
I'm going to be the dissenting voice.
Are you?
I was disappointed that we won the league on Saturday by default.
Because, aye.
Because to me, it was a wee bit of an anticlimax. I was actually looking forward to next week.
Right.
Everybody who wanted to meet at the summer house,
Right.
ticket only event, had been that busy.
Correct.
And for us to actually win it, playing a match.
Aye.
With a beer in the
So,
horn with our pals.
I
That makes
went
sense.
to the gym. I knew it was 1-0 to Dundee United.
Uh-huh.
Maybe about 4:15.
Right.
Went down to my mum's. Didn't know the final score until I get the text through.
Right.
And then it was like, oh, right, we're going out for dinner tonight. So what we're going to do and how I'm going to handle this, and still had to go to mass. And to me, it just wasn't. It wasn't the focus that I would normally have. It felt a wee bit of an anticlimax. It was a great night in here, but we've had great nights in here when there's nothing on. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I was just glad to get it finished.
It's,
Get over that line.
I've had too many last day.
Aye. Oh, jeez. Oh, don't
want to
get
bring them
down.
up, but
No, don't. Oh, we've had bad
we're
times.
talking about championships. And
Aye.
it'd be lovely if we'd up there and
That's a
rub
championship.
their noses in it.
Aye. Which
Yeah.
is going to be our next topic, so it is.
Right.
So, Brian, where was your good self when it happened, when Ronnie got his title?
Well, on Saturday I was at a loose end.
Really?
My good lady.
because
Because
you just shouldn't take that, you know. And take that else you
What's
do.
the matter?
Nah, not what to take that, eh?
So I, what do you call it, went down to put a line on, and I ended up watching the second half of the team we shouldn't be talking about,
Right.
in the bookies.
Right.
It was quite interesting watching a few boys. What's the score?
Well,
What's
the boys watched it.
2-0. Oh, that's a good score and all that.
Aye, a beauty.
First goal went in. You could hear a wee pin drop. The second goal went in. I was kind of a wee chuckle away myself. I said, I don't believe that. That's 2 each now. And the boy just looked at me and he said, the look the boy gave me. Can I kill us?
One of these safe coasters.
Aye, so I went for there and went up to see the local amateur team. They were playing up at Crawford Dyke,
Right.
right side of the lights.
Steady.
And I was going to go and stand at the side of the park. But that one where I cut you in two on Saturday, I was like, I'll just sit in the van here and just watch that. And I heard Dundee United score, so I was like down the road and I was sitting on the couch watching the teleprinter.
Aye.
Can I there on it? And
The teleprinter. Were you listening?
I know,
Yeah.
oh,
Honest to God.
MD under 35 went like, what the hell's that old guy talking about? The teleprinter.
excuse me.
The video printer. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, we've got a Morse code message coming in here.
See all these modern technologies you were slagging, you were talking about that on Saturday night, Mr. Macaulay. But this is all about culture.
Got a wee bit of culture. Wee bit of CFAX culture.
And I agree with you,
The video
Kenny.
printer.
I agree with you, by the way. It was an
A
anticlimax.
wee bit of a strange feeling.
That's the first time that's ever happened.
That's been recorded.
That's how he's moving to the right side of the lines.
Oh, don't start that.
It
Super.
was a wee bit. It was a wee bit, yeah.
Wee bit of a strange feeling.
Put it back on. Put it
I'm
back
putting
on.
it back on because we need to finish
Passing
kind of each section with this now. This is the thing. So, wait.
Oh, wait to get a wee sway in again.
Wait till I talk like DJ. So we've just discussed the champions, and now we're going to move into the next game.
I don't know what kind of DJ that is. Richard Swan.
That's smooth radio. Smooth radio.
That's another saga radio.
Tick-tock, 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 tock, 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 tock.
Righty-ho, so let's look forward then. The next one, and we are involved, is, as Kevin pointed out, Saturday the 10th, Aberdeen away.
Sunday.
Right, so Sunday. I've wrote it Saturday here for some reason.
Yeah,
I was on the site earlier as well. Oh, we need to check that in case we need to change our Facebook stuff. And the famous Marshall Summerhouse was mentioned earlier. Is that a venue that's been
yeah.
confirmed?
Yes.
Yes, so the boys are congregating.
Yep.
Good day.
Fantastic.
Shorts and t-shirt.
Sure. God.
No, but that's weather, I know.
Oh, Marshall's got the heater on. So, predictions, Michael.
I'm going to say we're going to go up there and absolutely annihilate them.
You're going to be in party mood yourself?
Yes,
Aye.
yes.
Now that you're officially a champ.
Now that I realise
You walk in
that.
and now you realise, is Peter going to let you in?
As the penny dropped.
Is that Craig Whitesbury?
So you think we're just going to wipe the
No,
floor?
I honestly believe we're going to go up there and put a show on. I think Kevin was sort of touching on it earlier. I think we're going to go up there and the fans will be... We'll only get 2,000 tickets.
Aye.
We'll only get 2,000 tickets. the fans are going to go up there, full force, shouting, screaming, all the usual.
Aye.
And we're going to get the Guard of Honour, I believe.
Oh, really? They can
should.
Right.
We should.
So,
Aye, we
so
should.
that's another wee dilemma that we'll see what develops over this course of this week.
Do that one, aye.
I think they will. I can't see that. I can't see it.
There's no been
No.
a major case of bad blood.
So if you want my prediction of the score,
Even badder.
Oh, just McGuinness is a green face so and so, but
But there is that, but that's an individual. As a club, we're kind of
so I'm going to go 3-4-0.
3 or 4 0.
Definitely.
Mr. C, would you go with that, or do you think we'll take our foot off the pedal now that we've crossed the line? What do you think, sir?
well,
No.
You're getting prompted.
no, I think we'll go for it.
You think so?
I think
Celebration time.
we're going to be in a relaxed mode where we don't care,
Right.
and I think
Pressure off.
I think Celtic, the way they play football now,
Uh-huh.
with Ronnie and things, in a relaxed mode, Celtic could kill anybody.
Right.
Kill anybody, I don't care who they are. And hopefully we do it. I'm not saying, but that's my opinion.
That's an easy prediction.
It's a wee thing, like, I think Celtic are superb
Aye.
when they're in full flow.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know what's wrong that we hang back a wee
When
bit.
it comes off sometimes. And Kevin, you were speaking about Aberdeen earlier, and bringing out guys like Shinnie and stuff. How do you think they'll be kind of coming at us? Do you expect much at
I'm
all?
a wee bit contrary here.
Are you?
I think if we had to win it to win the league, or to get a result to win the league, we would get what we needed. But I think I could see us not winning on Sunday.
Right. Just
from the
because of that.
perspective, but the pressure lifted off the players, so it can go one way or the other. But I think Aberdeen, I think will come out and the Guard of Honour thing. I've got no doubts they'll do it.
Right.
No matter how hard it is to bear for them as a club or individuals within the team or their management team, I think they will absolutely do it.
Right.
Because it's the right thing to do. However, I think during the game, that counts for nothing. I think they'll be thundering into everything, and I think they'll be kind of keen to show. This was the first game after us being crowned champions. I think they'll be out the box, hitting in that moves.
Right.
So I can see it being a really tough game. We've already had some tough games against this season. And
They could be hurting with the 4-0 result.
Aye.
But they could really be hurting because that finished him.
Aye.
That finished him completely.
So this could be a wee game for them to
I
say,
would,
do you
I would
know
like,
what, we'll
I
see
would,
you next
I would
season,
like to
pal.
finish out and stick it right up some of them because I don't like some of them. I'm not going to mention any names, but
Theory.
certain
Start with the
people
management.
that
Start with the
don't-
management, Jim.
It'll work the way it
Let's
is.
start with the manager who
Then
want to
we'll-
go.
We'll quickly move on to
You want the voodoo doll and
No, they're
Oh dear.
and it's maybe not them as much, it's the media. It's Aberdeen this and Aberdeen. Well, for things like Aberdeen are only 8 points behind Celtic. If Aberdeen win this game, Aberdeen's going to do this. And you've had this thing, and it's been going on, but Aberdeen, what a great defensive record they've got. They'd lost more goals than we had, and we're supposed to have a crap defence.
Do you know what I
This
wish-
has been all season. No, this is.
We need to start doing videocasts.
No,
I don't think we can.
it's been going on all season. Every time you listen to it, and I was listening, it's Aberdeen this. Oh, what a great player Rooney is. All right, he scored a few goals, but he's scored more goals. We've lost less goals, and yet
I
we
can
are
tell you
terrible.
what, I can keep fit into our team. I think he
Maybe
can
like,
take
maybe
30 goals
like,
a season played for us.
Well, it's with the service.
Maybe would.
See,
But,
so you're still reading the papers and you're still listening to the phone.
aye.
Is that what's
Sorry,
happening?
sorry, I'm
I know,
still updated, man.
just a tits in.
Aye.
Because all the things we've been telling him not to do for the last 5 years is what's getting his blood boiling.
Exactly.
Whereas I'm sitting here thinking,
Totally
why,
stress-free.
why are you letting that
Well,
worry
I'll
you?
tell you something.
Why are you letting it worry you? Just ignore the fact Aberdeen
Where
have
were
done-
you all the day? I
Johnny,
couldn't get a daily record out the corner shop
Good.
because they were sold out, and there are not that many Tims in Carluke, I'll tell
No,
you.
that's correct.
So who was buying the daily record?
are you want the stats, Jim? The stats for the league, right? You're saying
I
here.
got the stats,
Goal
yeah.
difference, Celtic 61, Aberdeen 26.
There you go.
For Celtic 78
Aye.
against 17, they're 56-30. So,
I know.
so you scored an extra 22 goals.
But that they don't say that in
You don't see that in
the
the papers.
media.
However,
In the
you
papers.
do realise that in the past couple of seasons, the league has been won before the split. So at least
Come on.
You've got to give
At least they took us over the line,
a
aye.
degree of credit.
Well, I had a bad wee start and didn't settle in.
Aye, bumpy for the new boy, he was
He
getting a
actually
bit
had
of
a bad
grief.
September, October.
And they, remember they were talking
September,
about league
October.
at one point, we were wee games in hand. And that was sort of gave a wee false
Why,
sense,
you
but-
want me...
No, no.
Just a daily record.
No, don't you dare! How
What?
dare you?
What?
On a Hail Media podcast, you want
We'll give you the league
produce
tables.
the
Give you
daily
the league
record?
tables for the first 3 months.
How dare you? We're going to skip over that black point
Are you buying
and
the
ask
record?
Brian Conley,
Nothing.
who definitely doesn't buy a tabloid.
What's
what's his predictions?
You buy tabloids?
What's his
What is
prediction?
this a hang up here?
Is this the Spanish
You're
Inquisition?
not allowed to do
He said
anything
you
like that.
He said you don't,
Why,
and
come on,
I
son.
think you maybe do.
So Brian, what's your
Richard,
prediction
aye.
for next week, Brian?
Richard, I do buy papers.
The
Take the
Aberdeen
pressure off me,
I
Brian.
do buy papers.
Aberdeen
Yes.
game. Talk to me.
I think the game could be quite interesting for Ronnie Dyler. Will he bring in some young players?
Because we're over the line now. Is that-
Skipvich might start.
You know what I mean? Players that have not really had a chance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe keep 80 the kind of starting lineup that you would think.
Right.
And maybe add a couple of players in. Maybe
Right for
bring
the off?
Aye.
Right for the start? Aye, okay.
Well, that's that. But it's true what Kevin says there. They'll be up for it. As soon as that, whistle goes, they'll be hitting everything above knee high.
Uh-huh.
Because they'll be hurting. You know what I mean?
It's a fair
Especially the
point.
comments which Jim was going to talk about, should have been talking about, is Shane Logan's comments. It was so all over.
No, I
the place.
never said that.
I never mentioned names. He never
But,
mentioned.
because Chris Common says we didn't feel the chase, right?
Right.
And Shane, he says that's a wee bit disrespectful to the rest of the other teams.
Right.
So they're trying to make up a wee bit.
And his position is he would keep his mouth shut.
There you
Right,
go.
that's how Jim's
There you
blood.
go.
That's how Jim's blood's going. You know?
I
we need
think
Cameron
they'll be
down.
feeling hurt as well.
Aye.
The fact that we've beat them 3 times.
Aye, that's
Because if they'd won,
Aye.
if they'd won one of those games, that would have been a 6-point swing.
Yep.
So that would immediately made it a much closer contest. You know what I mean? If they'd won one game and drawn one,
Aye.
so that would have been even more. Or having taken 8 points of a difference.
So now
So-
let's at least grab one before the season ends, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So
Aye,
let's
yeah, I
show,
can
let's
see
show
that.
that we're actually better than
No happen.
No, no, 5-0, there you go. Marshall Summerhouse is the
Yes.
place to be. Fantastic. Well, let's go straight into our news section then, because that's the 10th, all sorted with Aberdeen. So we've got, God, tell you, things are coming fast and furious for us. Next Thursday, the 14th of May, Michael, he's raising his eyebrows. This is like another Marks and Spencer's moment.
Yes.
Honest to God,
Yes.
what are you
Yes,
like?
we are doing the first ever TikTok on tour.
TikTok on tour.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to give you a ribbon, right? Can you confirm to people, right, just now on here,
Yes.
all the guys who've been annoying me on Twitter, sending direct messages, sending emails, and bugging me saying, you say TikTok was going on tour donkeys ago, nothing's happened. Can you confirm that you are the man organising that?
You've been too busy going away in your
I
caravan.
don't give you crap. I don't give you
That's
crap.
it, that's
So
it.
you are the man to see.
Yes.
So explain the scenario. If I want to be, why is TikTok going on tour? What can happen?
When we were at a couple of events in the past year, I would say, right, we've been approached, why don't you come and do TikTok on tour? And we decided, it freshens it up a wee bit as well, because it's not the same guys all the time on the panel. Going to Edinburgh next week to the Haddington.
Dun, dun, dun.
Celtic boy is listening. Mr. C, you going through next week?
I'd like to. I'd love to.
Oh, see, there you go. This could be a
I'm
possible.
back.
There's obviously the promise of Guinness.
Edinburgh Guinness.
and lots of it.
No,
So,
Mr.
The
C's
venture now he
back.
can look, the only thing he ventures out he can look for is Celtic Football Club or Guinness. and if it's Celtic Football Club and Guinness, that's like
That's him.
Christmas, birthdays,
That's
everything rolled into
confirmed.
one.
Are we tossing a coin to see who's driving next week?
Oh, certainly not going to be Mr. C, that's for sure.
Well, Mr. C doesn't drive.
That's why. So if somebody wants to get in TikTok,
Yes.
what's your handle on Twitter?
get me at Mickey Boys.
Mickey Boys, there you go, at Mickey Boys.
Yes.
And if they're just if they're a club
Yes.
or a family.
The
or...
first one we've got arranged is through in Harrington,
Right.
with Celtic boy that we met through the Asterix years.
Famous Posh and
Yeah,
Becks of
yeah.
East Coast.
And
Is Posh going to be there? Is it just
well,
Becks and his
we
pals?
might be we might be recording in her flat.
Oh, no way.
So
Oh,
that
fantastic.
keep me a wee bit
Oh, jeez,
dodgy. But anyway,
Mind take
that's the
your
first
shoes
one. The next one we're going to be doing is an Easter house.
Oh,
In
jeez.
Glasgow.
From coast to coast.
Yes.
Are you hearing this?
A bar.
Coast to coast.
All right, I'll do me.
We're going to go up to 3 listeners. Is that a bar?
I can't remember the name of the bar
my
again, what
God.
one it is, but it's Joe McKenna from the Keno Foundation.
Oh, fantastic.
So
Oh,
Joe
I tell you.
says there's 3 buses leave from this bar
Right.
for the games, and he's going to arrange a panel for that night,
Brilliant.
and him and I are going to sit at the bar and drink.
Just throw things at us.
Yes,
Oh,
well,
that's great.
well,
aye.
you're hosting the show
So
with these
you're-
boys feast their house.
You're not offering to be the host then, no?
No,
Aye,
I'll drive to I'll drive to Harrington.
It's fair
So
enough.
that should be the wee sort of end of the season.
Brilliant.
You know, two away days for the TikTok on tour.
Excellent. Then folk can get a feel for it. You can listen in, see what you find. You'll go, I can do that. My pals will be brilliant at that. And by all means, get in touch with Mickey Boys on Twitter or at Carluke Shamrock. What else are you going to say?
No, I was just going to throw in as well, over the past few years doing the TikTok, we've had some guest appearances for the guys launching the books.
Yes.
Remember as well, so it's like,
Yes.
if anybody wanted to come through to Carluke to go on a show, you
Oh,
know,
aye, by all
that's-
means.
that's
Aye,
by all
Carluke's
means as
certainly
well, you know what I
open,
mean? I can't, what was the guys through, remember, was it the Road to Seville?
We've had The Road to Lisbon. We've
Yeah.
had Sean Fallon's book.
Stephen Sullivan.
Stephen Sullivan. There's been a fair few things. So
Aye.
Celtic Canvas
Celtic Canvas
launching
Art,
stuff.
yes,
Aye.
launching, look at
And you
him
don't even have to be launching anything. If you can actually come to Carluke, just let us know and we can line you up for a panel.
We'll give them up.
Aye, come and join our shambolic panel.
And Mr.
We don't
Seal
mind.
served the Guinness.
Aye, Mr.
Yes.
Seal Serve Guinness.
Aye, yeah.
Perfect.
So Richard, when's that, the first one? 14th?
First one is next Thursday, the 14th. So this is Monday, right? This is a good thing for listeners. We're recording this on Monday. The Homeboys are on the night, of course, who are comrade in arms. So I'll release this tomorrow. Maybe Tuesday night or something, just a wee bit of space between them. Then you've got next Thursday, Brian, the 14th of May.
So what's happening?
TikTok and tour.
What's happening the Friday night?
Then, because I'm not allowed to sleep, obviously. This is
What's happening the Friday
on the
night?
Friday night, the 15th of May, we are all going into Paradise for a very special showing of the Asterix years. This is the end of World Tour Gala presentation, whatever you want to call it, live and direct in Celtic Park itself.
I take it the game will be on beforehand and then...
Great question, caller. Well, it just so funnily enough, you were talking about the sunshine before the Dundee game. I saw that sunshine because I was inside Paradise right at that point, enjoying it, because we were checking out the hole and the technical details and stuff and making sure everything was going to run to plan. And then I had to bugger off and wasn't even allowed to see the game. So the game is going to be shown, full game, from 7:45 kick-off, obviously. Doors open 7 to 7:30. And then the buffet, they're just going to serve it right at half-time because we're obviously going to be limited for time and stuff. And then straight after the game's done, we're straight into the film and a Q&A session. The brilliant thing there is, not only do we have Mr. Paul Larkin himself, the creator of it, we have the director, Jusa, coming up from Liverpool. So he was a man who was at the premiere, who we saw, the Glasgow premiere. He's coming up as well. He's delighted that he's going to be taking part. And
I believe the boss man is presenting on the night, is he? Hosting the show?
Richard, what are you?
You're the boss man, aren't you?
That was all the good news. The bad news is I've been talked into being the MC on the night. So aye, I should probably take a few 5 minutes and try and work on a speech for that. Whenever I can get some spare time. So we've got that. We've also got music from Claire Fowler, who was one of the voices on the film as well. You'll get to see her. And there's a big raffle as well. Funnily enough, you mentioned the New Balance kit. That's one of the prizes. Brand new kit for next season, or brand new top I think it is for next season, signed by the squad. And Celtic have arranged it so that the winner can just get a letter from them telling them exactly how to go and collect it and stuff. So you can also win 2 season books for next season as well. So some nice prizes are. And Shambolic table is going to be there.
We've got a table, yes.
Fantastic.
And I believe we've got a famous...
We could have a special guest sitting beside us. Now I'm going to turn the question on you then. You're going, is Mr. Vincent Mooney going.
Yes.
Another TikTok host.
Yes.
We've got Kevin Macaulay, who runs an iPhone. Is he going at all? Damn, right, so he's out of the list.
Mr. C's going.
Right, well, he's useless with technology. So here's my question. If I'm MCing, if I'm working on the night, is someone from our bench table going to do a TikTok? Because this is the kind of event that we would do a TikTok show.
Yes. I have nominated Mr. Vincent.
Because he's not here. Brilliant.
He actually sent me a nice text tonight saying he apologised he can't come tonight and have a good gin, as he says.
Have a good gin. Brilliant.
But he will be there on that night, I believe.
Right,
So-
there you go. So if I'm working on the night, we could have a TikTok show where Vinnie Mooney will put that together.
What I was thinking about on that night as well, like that Casey,
Oh.
in the hall, is possibly if you're MCing, guys over there doing TikTok, if you want to get your chance to put
wee
a
interview. Aye.
here's the area we'll be doing it. So
Give us your personal rundown of the season, your favourite player, whatever. By all means, you'll see the shambolic lads getting pointed out at some point. So aye, that's a good shout actually. Grab a few interviews in a quiet corner. Right, that's that one. Oh God, aye, the next one involving me. So
And then the 16th,
16th, go for it.
we've got Thomas's communion.
We'll be inviting the listeners to Thomas Conley's communion.
My 14, 15, 16 was away.
That's going.
Finished.
Actually, that's quite serious, isn't it? Bloody hell. That's coming thick and fast. Jeez, oh, so the President will be the MC on that day, Brian, aye?
I hope I'm not a starter.
Brilliant. Right, the next stupid thing I've been talked into is Sunday the 5th of July. I'm going to jump out a plane for the Kano Foundation.
Excellent.
Mr. She's shutting his eyes and nodding.
I'm presuming you're going with a parachute.
Allegedly.
Oh,
Now,
go away, don't waste it.
Well, we always thought Richard was Superman anyway.
Now, that's a good question, Kevin. Do I get a parachute? You've got to bear in mind that the source I have for this, for information, is Jason Higgins of the Homeboys. He's the man who listened to him kind of talked me into it, because he was talking about it in the last Homeboy show, and I thought, what the hell. And as Michael will point this out, Sarah Davenport, the IT queen of the Kano Foundation, she said, and I quote, once you get involved with the Kano, they've got you. It's just like an infection. So that's what's happened. So I've set up the donation page today. Michael, committee man, you can confirm that the club's going to back me on this as well?
Yes, we will.
Brilliant, financially backing me, superb. And also the page is at virginmoneygiving.com.
I've seen it
Can
today.
you guess what the / is, Brian?
No.
Shambolic. How easy is that to remember? So, virginmoneygiving.com / that's easy to say, shambolic. So listeners, if you can throw any pennies whatsoever, that goes direct to the incredible Kano Foundation. So please help if you can. Next thing, club news. Michael, anything that's going to be rolling you need to tell us about?
Well,
prepare us for?
we do have...
Because we've got a lot on.
Yes, Mr. C's checking his diary out for September.
Yes, so that's the last thing I've written down.
Yes,
right,
yes,
okay.
he's actually pointing to like even Andrew's here with the red book.
So the reason for that is the guy we mentioned earlier, Mr. Paul Larkin,
Yes.
is 2/3 of his way through his new book, which is called Anyone But Celtic, and is all about Kevin's favourite topic, Scottish referees. And the alleged corruption and collusion that may or may not have been involved in that fraternity. I'm trying to protect the club as much as possible.
And Richard approached myself and said, what's your thoughts on possibly hosting the launch?
The book launch, yes.
Book launch.
Because, unfortunately, the sad point of this is, when it comes to alleged corruption, most of this comes from the Carluke, Lanarkshire area.
Yes, and one of the referees, if anybody out there plays golf, if we are pitching
You're not going
wedge
to name
from
names,
this
are you?
hall we're sitting in the now,
You're not going to name names,
was Don McVicker.
Oh God almighty,
No.
he's named a
Yes,
name.
yes.
He's named a name.
And yes, so there's quite a few from this area.
So, Mr. C's going to check diaries and stuff for us. That's going to be...
What a date, no?
Well, the month of September is the only information the author has given me.
Right.
He's also talked me into I have to write a chapter on Carluke. So You guys are getting named again in print. Yes, Brian, that's correct.
I hope I've got a more positive persona than the last time you gave me.
Did I
Johnny
get
and Kevin, the kind of guys that end up in the Nick jail for the love of Celtic. I've never been in trouble with the police in my life. The worst I've ever had three penalty points for speeding.
You've got a great love of Celtic, mate, so it could happen. No, right, I'll try and work on your part.
I don't like the sound of that.
You don't like
Right, I read it and I couldn't believe it.
Oh
I don't
my
like the sound of
god,
that,
this could be trouble, Brian.
I think,
This
man,
could be
I think
trouble.
getting back to our duo, Paul
Our
Harkins
friendship's
duo,
going
Yeah,
on.
the Ashley Shears and Carluke.
yes,
Aye.
was fantastic.
That was a great
I think it's amazing that Paul's actually said, look, once you're here, when, you know, he could have went to any of the venues, whatever.
He could, the boy's been around the world.
Aye.
And he's been in Europe, he's gone to North America,
We've been
Australia,
fo- we've
and he's
been following him on
picked
Twitter.
Carluke.
If you follow
Picked
him,
Carluke.
if you follow him on Twitter, you think it's Phyllis as fog. You know what I mean? He
He's
travels
Philly's
where
fog.
along, he just goes around the world. You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
I know, he's like Michael Palin, it's getting ridiculous.
I never said Michael, somebody else.
I don't say Michael, somebody else. Right, so, God, I think that's enough. Is there anything else? No? Can we wind it up there?
I think we'll
For
wind
the
up
news
there just
section.
now. We are going to be. This is out with. Our own club's going to be having probably an end of season, another end of season soiree.
Mighty, have we got
Again.
time?
But
Aye, have we got any dates left?
we need to bring the club flag out.
We're working our backsides
One
off here.
other thing. If
One
anybody
other
out there's got any ideas of where to get a good flag made, we're looking for a new club flag.
Oh, controversial.
And we're looking for possibly massive, big flag.
What are we told? What kind of size?
Well, Kevin, what size are we talking here, Kevin? Because it's one of your things you've wanted for years.
Oh, don't ask me.
He'll take it.
Kevin wants. Kevin wants.
He wants one
No,
the size
not
of the
any
North
baby.
Stands.
10 metres by 5 metres, are we talking here?
and a lot of gaffer tape.
I remember when they used to take that. Brian knows John Paul Gilmartin, and John Paul who sat just now for us, and the Kano flag was, and it's made of kind of nylon, thick nylon mesh almost.
Oh, right.
And I'll tell you, I've seen it asshole like taking it up and folding it up. He's a big one of these kit bag things that you put all the footballs in.
Oh, right,
Like
right.
when you kick that football training. And that's the size of bag. Did you put it over your shoulder as if you were Santa Claus along it, with this big bag over your shoulder? So, aye, you can get it, Michael, you can take it.
So you need to choose a material.
So our club is going to open up to the members, come up with designs.
Right.
And then we're going to narrow it down to 3 or 4 or 5.
Right.
And let's pick one.
Super.
Because our club now is going through a transition where, yes, we've got Mr. C turned 70 this year.
Oof.
Right, but we've got a lot of young members as well.
A lot of young members.
You know, a lot of juveniles, I don't know, maybe 15 kids in the bus, 20
Aye.
kids, you know what I mean? So,
Yep.
you know what I
Good
mean?
times, good future.
For one of them to have the flag designed by them, I think it'd be a nice touch to be shown at Celtic Park.
Fantastic.
You know.
Get them to carry it.
Well, we'll be going to the pub anyway, so this
One's fat enough to carry it. Well, 8 of them.
Brilliant.
So that's the plan of attack. So
Yeah,
a wee bit of news there for us.
So I think we could probably do like, just one TikTok a year because we've got enough going on. This is getting a bit ridiculous. Right, let's head into Shambolic, and the only way to do that is by passing some time.
Building castles houses
There's no
time goes by.
time goes by.
While you're listening to that, I just listened to the podcast thing. Andy Ritchie. was
Oh
on,
yes,
and that was
yes.
good.
Aye. Celtic on the ground.
It was in Anthony. And I thought, I had a Greek.
Yeah, I had a wee.
I had a wee Greek.
Ah,
When I
brilliant.
talked about Jimmy and the
Fantastic.
missus, you know.
Brilliant.
It was absolutely fantastic. I really took
Oh, he's
Oh, he's
Yeah,
going.
yeah,
Oh, he's
yeah,
going.
yeah.
We better move.
Before he's I've got the idea,
Oh,
Jim.
God.
Jimmy Johnson, he's got his wee memorial over in Few Park.
Right.
Why don't we all go over as a club and
Oh.
get a get a wee drink over near it and then go to a pub next to it. What do you
I
think?
don't want to go to a pub in View Park.
It's not called Zoo Park for mine.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. It's the Bell's whole family, they tell me that.
No offence to any one of our two listeners that might be from View Park.
I've checked, none of them are for View Park.
So I would like to picture and say we take the girl blaster.
We
and
take the
play
girl
that.
You play that? Oh,
That's a girl blaster. Look at it.
We play passing
Right, we play that.
with the
That's flag for the
new flag.
well,
We'll get the new flag, we'll get the girl blaster.
if you can't take the girl blaster, I can sign. I know what the word is.
Oh, God. And on that topic, let's go into shambolic.
Shambolic.
Right, my God, it's been a time. Right, I've told the boys we're now champions. We've crossed the line of that season. We do still have games to go, but we can take a wee breather and say to ourselves, woof, there you go, we've done it. What's happened? What's behind us? What are our memories, our milestones, our high points, low points, whatever we want to bring out of the season behind us? So, who's up for starting? I think I went from left to right, so I'm going to spin round and start with your Brian for the right side of the lights.
Well, Richard, you sent the question out like what your highlight of the season or Celtic connection or whatever.
Aye.
So I go back to the Commonwealth Games
Obviously.
at the start of the season.
This is why it's shambolic.
Off at Celtic Park.
Kicked off at Celtic Park.
Yep.
No. When teams were all coming out.
Finest rendition of God Save the Queen that's ever been heard at Celtic Park.
Allegedly.
Yeah, he's steady. He was.
No.
No, he was M&S.
Michael was there, but
I was there, I was there.
He was there.
And there was a boxer from Togo called. I don't know.
Come on.
No, Richard.
Let's say it. We're
There he's
right.
there.
We're right.
Romalito Moala.
Right, there you go. And he wore a Celtic hoop top.
God bless him.
Going round. He was carrying it first, then he put on. He put a tweet out before it on the Monday saying if it's 100 tweets, he'll wear it and he got 500.
Yep.
So nobody thought he was going to do it. And then he was going round there halfway around it and he whipped the Celtic tap straight on.
Fantastic.
Quality.
Did you retweet him on the video printer?
Didn't get Channel 4 then.
Brilliant.
But that was what you call it. Because another thing, another bit to that is we went for a couple of games to Murrayfield.
Yes.
Which I enjoyed the stadium.
Quite liked it.
I enjoyed going through there. And it was something different, you know what I mean?
Well, from my perspective, I think it's an absolute diabolical disgrace that Hampden is still utilised. For semi-finals and cup finals. Go to that ground, and they've always said, Murrayfield's not got an atmosphere. Bullshit. The atmosphere is made by the people within it.
Correct.
And both those home matches that we played through there, the atmosphere, from the supporter's perspective, was fantastic. We didn't play particularly well.
No.
We got pumped the leisure, but the atmosphere itself, and I could easily see there being a cup final, Celtic Aberdeen, Celtic Hearts, Celtic Hibs, and that stadium would be absolutely rocking. It's holds 67,000.
Yep.
I think it's a perfect environment, a perfect setting.
Go with that.
Because atmosphere's made with the people that go.
Aye, that would be some kind
It's
of
a bowl.
final.
It's very like Celtic Park. It's filled in at all the corners. It's a bowl, so the noise carries really, really well.
Aye.
So anybody says it's not atmospheric, it talks some nonsense.
A lot of people were complaining about the travel.
Yes.
Like, getting stuck in the M8 and that. Unfortunately, we went along the Lang Wang.
Oof,
For the
the
people
Lang
who
Wang.
don't know about the local area, to us, that's a back road to Edinburgh.
Back road to
And it's
Edinburgh.
so to us, down to a T.
35 minutes.
35 minutes.
Aye, perfect.
But I thoroughly enjoyed going through it. Just gave you something a wee bit different.
Stopped in that pub a couple of times.
I mean, visit the Curry at the pub,
I was
Oh, in the curry,
and
okay.
a great wee
Beer garden at the back. Give you a beer garden at the back.
wee
Fantastic.
club 40, you know, seen that one?
We actually
Killick
picked
boys
up
will
the
always
Eastie
sniff
Beastie.
one out. The Eastie Beastie himself, the Dougie Mini, fantastic. He's a legend.
Picked him up there.
Legend in the East Coast. He's on missionary work from Carluke.
And I thought that was quite good.
I like that. Aye, that's
You
good.
see your
Something
man from
different.
Togo there.
Bronze medalist.
He bronze medalist, when you're talking about Paul Larkin doing his tour of the world,
Aye.
he met him.
He met him, did he?
Aye,
You're joking.
He was on, aye.
Oh, I never
He
seen
met
that.
him in Australia.
Oh,
He's lived in
for
Australia.
God's sake.
Didn't make the weight.
There you go.
But he's not, he never won the medal there. That was a previous one.
A preview was a minute
He
right.
didn't make the weight.
No,
That's
but,
it,
Probably the only
I think-
downside to him.
He lives-
gallivanting the
You know,
when he comes to
he
training.
lives in Australia and he couldn't wait to go to the Arctic Shears. And
Aye.
he was there. Aye.
That's first class.
Aye, it's
I
phenomenal.
never realised that. Brilliant. So, Kevin, on to yourself. What pops into your head when you look back in this season?
The defining moment for me was Aberdeen 1, Celtic 2 at Pittodrie.
Right.
Celtic were down to 10 men.
Yep.
Virgil scored the winner.
Ronnie Roar.
And the Ronnie Roar was christened.
Yes.
Ronnie
that-
came
that
on
was
after
a
the
bit,
game. That was
aye.
the first time he'd ever done it. He came on, he was right over. And to me, that was the tipping point. Because up until that, the fans, lots of the fans were kind of questioning whether this was the guy who was going to take us forward. The media were very, very vocal and, in my opinion, sniffed the blood. In the
Right.
same way as they kind of did with Tony Mowbray, and
Yes.
they were going after Ronnie. It was everywhere, open lines, newspapers, just even Twitter. They were getting Celtic fans that might be a bit more open-minded.
Right.
Even they were kind of starting to think, nah, Ronnie's not the guy for us. And that one game spun it, because up until then,
Right.
you didn't really see the passion coming through from him.
Aye.
And from that moment onwards, that was the tipping point. They got a good result, difficult circumstances.
Aye.
He showed the passion. I'm
was,
sure
yeah.
the commitment was always there.
Yeah.
But it was the first visible manifestation of it,
Right.
and that just changed everything. And most Celtic
Everybody
fans.
swung behind them.
Oh.
It was absolutely
It's a-
fantastic, and obviously the Aberdeen players were absolutely pissed off because Shea Logan got sent off after the game going up the tunnel. I think McInnes came out and said something afterwards as well, that Celtic players shouldn't be celebrating as if we won the league, we've got to put the challenge in. So obviously right up their nose as well, and that's, for me, that's what I wanted to see.
I think at that time and all, as a media reader and everything, like, you know.
A self-confessed
You can't talk about them if you don't read them, you know. So
That's why we don't talk about them.
up until then, Ronnie Dowria was a great guy, as far as they were concerned. Well, not a great guy, but they didn't mind because he wasn't that great. He wasn't doing things.
Right.
So oh, this guy, he's this, that, and the next thing. But see, ever since then, everything Ronnie Dowria has done has been criticised with the boys. Why does he gear roar, as you say? Why is he up there celebrating? Ronnie Dowria opens his mouth and says, we'd like to do the treble. We don't like to do the treble. But he should never say that. Everything Ronnie Dowria has done in the last wee while has been criticised with that press.
Because he's a winner.
I don't know, Jim. I think
They have.
I don't disagree with you that they've been critical of him, but even before that, the press in this country build people up to knock them down. And in my opinion, Ronnie's results, he went on a pretty poor run. And
but they didn't.
I think they're full of their own self-importance, so they like to feel as if they actually have an impact. And in my opinion, they smelt blood with him. They did the same with Mowbray, and got almost a campaign underway that Mowbray was useless, he was this, he was that, just criticising for the sake of criticising. And I think that's the way they were with Ronnie, to the extent where moderate Celtic fans who would normally say, give the guy a chance, were actually coming round to that mindset where, this guy's just no for us.
Right.
He's these ways. I mean, the whole thing about eating chips and stuff like that. Look, if he brings in a new diet regime that gets Anthony Stokes to lose £10, and look, the best player he's been at Celtic in a number of years, and he's doing that across the squad. That's, to me, as a Celtic fan, that's all positive. That's not something that should be castigated. And even in guys like Murdo McLeod and stuff coming on and talking about it, just guys that are, at the best I could describe them as quizzlings. I mean, a good Celtic player in his day, but things like that just pissed me off because it was a bandwagon starting to roll that this guy wasn't going to be us, and it was being orchestrated by the media who feel we'll be able to get this boy.
Pulling in those guys.
We'll be able to get this boy the sack.
Celtic couldn't afford them deals, so they took him.
Aye, that's right.
Did somebody not tweet the other night there about Derek McInnes saying he was the Paul Glen?
He was at a training conference with the managers, and he was talking to somebody, and he get recorded saying it. I heard him saying it, slagging him off. So there's a wee bit of attention coming this weekend.
Schmuck.
A bit of backstabbing.
Well, maybe that would explain why Ronnie was so get it right up you when it happened. I don't think the Ronnie should happen after every single game. But I think there are games.
He's a bigger persona in the team now.
But there are games like that.
That's when you're quite good.
Is why you would.
Is it in his contract?
As a fan,
is in his contract because he sells beer t-shirts? You know, we don't know. You know what I mean? Brian bought one today.
You'd be ultra cynical.
Through the day, actually.
So that was for me. That was the
nice one.
The
Ronnie Roster. Aye.
Obviously, been some rocky European results. And
It wasn't until about a month ago he done it at Parkhead. He hadn't really done it at Parkhead.
I had Brian. You just left early. You would have been at the pub.
You would have been at the pub.
Oh, Michael.
I got that. No. I take concert. I take that concert every second week.
Oh, the other boys.
I thought it was only about a month ago or something like 6 weeks ago he started doing it at Parkhead. Because I hadn't seen him. I must have been in at a lot of the games. You know what I mean?
Hadn't noticed it.
Hadn't noticed.
Not all of them, just a lot of them. Most of them.
Just most of them. Right, I'm staring nervously at the other end of the table
next to me.
because Mr. C seems to have a documentary evidence on him that would choke a Charlotte Fakes account. I mean, God Almighty. So I'm going to jump past you and I'm going to go to our Michael and ask him for his moment.
David this season.
Michael, talk to me. What jumps out to you for the season? The horses, Shergar.
I'm just going to quickly say what Brian and Kevin saying about the fact that Murrayfield disaster, building it back up, sitting mid-table, and then just came good again. You know, we did in the consistency. I never lost faith in Ronnie Dyler, not one little bit. I know some of the guys around about us were against him, but again, I think that's down to media.
The guys around about us table, you mean? The guys around about us at Celtic Park?
Aye, around the Celtic Park, aye, definitely.
Right. Hearing the dissent.
Aye. I mean, I was at a game, I was lucky enough to be invited to the hospitality for one of the games.
Here we go.
And I took Mr. C with me.
Right.
Remember?
Here comes the defining moment.
And I met Chris Commons.
Right.
And we managed to get Chris Commons top for the Kano dinner, which was fantastic. And it was absolutely stinking. He'd just taken off and I was there then, you know.
It's a real deal.
And he'd snotters on and everything, you know what I mean, that's usual. So,
Michael.
anyway, got the boy.
Bad
Anyway, Chris Commons was absolutely fantastic, and he couldn't speak highly enough Ronnie. And, you know, brief chat we had, you know, and it was against Hamilton Accies that day, where he obviously scored. He scored 2 goals. And then Mr. C, then we got our photo taken with Scott Brown. For Jim, Mr. C's 70th.
Brilliant.
And it was fantastic. And what I would like to, the reason I'm just bringing that sort of section in is the fact that the media, through people, Jim telling me this, of course, that they had said that there was no teamwork in the club, everybody was against each other, the management didn't have the support of the players. What's the dressing room? Kevin, we had it all right. And I can tell you now, I was up at Lennoxtown about 4 weeks ago, doing some work, and one of the guys for Carluke's up there, John Curry, and I was up and I met John Kerry, you know, guy's been to a club a few times, and I've never seen a club so well run, professional, teamwork, the players, the bonding, everything that day was fantastic.
Super.
You know, and I don't know whether it was just me, but I was a big Neil Lennon fan, and when Ronnie Dyler was brought in, you were hearing all this research about the guy. And it was right, he brought professionalism, he brought a fitness, he brought different things that Neil Lennon didn't have. And I'm one of Neil Lennon's biggest fans, don't get me wrong, but see when it come to the McCoist incident, the fighting with him and all this here, Ronnie Dyler's not got to do that.
Right,
and I didn't want that. I want Celtic to be Celtic. They're a way in the history with them.
Not fighting with him, being attacked by them.
Kevin, both ways.
It's a better spin. That's for sure.
But don't get me wrong, I think Ronnie was still in the fight. He's a fit boy. But see, getting back to it, I think we became a team over the course of the season. You know, even seeing guys like you're saying Stokes, but the biggest one for me is Lee Griffiths. Attitude, Brilliant, fantastic.
And things like that can he come in day one with a
Can.
new guy?
They
It's
can,
got to
come.
be a build-up. It's got to be a
a long
compound
time.
effect. And
It was
that.
interesting
Different
as
way
well.
of working.
Interesting
Exactly.
as well, folk like Hugh Keevan's the one that sticks in my mind, talking about when Collins had chucked his boots in at Hamilton Accies, that was him away. He felt it was, I mean, it was like a broken down record player saying that's ridiculous the way that Ronnie Dial is disrespecting Chris Collins, not playing him, last year's player of the year, blah blah blah. From a Celtic fan's perspective, Chris Collins wasn't playing well enough.
He wasn't
and
at that
didn't
time,
look
actually.
fit enough
Aye.
to be in the team playing the way Ronnie wanted. And it's actually to Ronnie's credit that Collins signed a new contract. Obviously was from my perspective, it looks as if his fitness level improved and made his way back into the team and was in there scoring goals, doing what he'd been doing for the last 3 seasons.
Definitely.
But if a player isn't doing what the manager wants, Ronnie didn't go about shouting in the media that he's not doing what I'm wanting, blah blah blah.
No.
He's obviously going about these things in the changing room, in the club, and that's the way it
Place
should be.
Aye.
And it pissed me off no end when you that nugget. Keevans saying, he's been disrespected. That's his last game for Celtic, and quite rightly so, because he's been absolutely treated abysmally and stuff. Hugh, shut up. You're a bygone dinosaur.
Dinosaur. There you go. So from one dinosaur to a 70-year-old
Honest
genius.
to God, I didn't. You did that. You meant that.
Thanks very much.
Mr.
Thanks,
C, a stunning 70-year-old pillar of the community. What can you tell me about this season and why you scare me with all these bits of paper?
Well, these bits of paper were all about the championships that I've seen and things like that.
Oh, right, okay.
That was because he talked about championship.
Right.
But my thing about this season, and it's come to my head with talking about Ronnie and his rapport now with the fans and things.
That connection.
Now where I sit, I see everything that happens in that dugout. In the beginning of the season, there was nothing. In
No
that dugout.
activity.
I couldn't see much in that dugout.
Not in terms of togetherness and kind of
At the end, no. Aye, like that.
Just guys sitting there basically.
John Collins, to me, sat in that dugout and I wondered why he was there.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And he never moved, he never did anything. Big Kennedy was there, Big Kennedy was out doing
Going
things.
to the touchline and
But
stuff.
not a great. And there was suddenly, I can't even remember what game it was. I think we got a victory where we didn't expect it, or maybe an Aberdeen game, things like that. Next thing I see is Collins coming out the dugout and going up the tunnel and giving it all the high fives and everything and that. And Big Kennedy was out the dugout challenging the opposition manager at one stage.
Ah, right, okay.
All that.
Right.
You know, Ronnie was still being his usual.
Just nice
But
and peaceful.
He was doing the roaring thing. To me, that was a togetherness.
Right.
And it got to me.
Uh-huh.
I was like, that's what I want.
Here we go.
I want everybody in there, right? Because it was the same. If you go back, Tony Mowbray was there and he was doing things. And a certain player, an ex-player, was sitting on that bench and he said, why is he no shouting? Because all he did was ever shout and point and things like that. And he never got off that bench. He was told not to move.
Oh, he was told not to move.
How do you know that?
I was told that.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Confidence.
He's got sources.
No, in confidence, that came from somebody that said, you're not allowed to say it, you'll just sit there.
There you go, Brian.
See the awards dinner
Official.
last night.
Aye.
Right. Obviously, Celtic. The player of the year was Stephanie Hansen. Young player was Jason Dyer. Right. I've seen an interesting thing today. See the last 4 years we've won the league. None of your managers has won it.
Aye.
Oh, right.
Manager of the
Okay.
year.
How can a manager win the...
You know what I mean? I think that's quite interesting,
The
Kevin.
top league in
Do you know what I'm
Scotland.
talking about? I must have
And
had,
the
I thought
trophy.
it was quite interesting to
And
see
his first
when
year.
I've seen some of the
And he'll
names.
be manager of the year.
I don't think.
Somebody that comes third
I don't think you can argue with.
and is
being
very, very fortunate to be in a cup final.
By the way, that was voted before the semi-final.
I can argue with
Is it?
him. They've not won a game since the start of February.
That was voted before the semi-final. But what I'll say is, Kevin, see the years before, some of the managers that won it, it's unbelievable.
Aye, your man. Your man for Queen of the South was the worst. Just been bumped for Carluke. He won it 2 years ago.
Derek Adams.
No, before him. You come.
He won it. And so did Derek McInnes.
No, don't bring him up again.
Aye, honest to God, I'm just saying, Richard, if you look at it for the 4 years we've got like this, 4 in a row, isn't it? 4 in a row, that's, what do you call it, that's...
Alan Johnson.
I couldn't believe, I've seen the names, I'm saying to myself, alright, do you know what? Neil Lennon must not have really been that good a manager, you know what I mean? In my eyes then, Ronnie Dyler.
I reckon Ronnie Dyler will not even give that a second's thought. And if he does give it a second's thought, he will be using it to give him strength to carry on and to win even more titles.
Kevin, I'm not meaning that.
That doesn't worry me at all.
Kevin, I'm not meaning that, but what I'm saying is that's picked by the players.
The other managers pick it.
Managers.
42, whatever it is, managers all pick it. That's how they do it.
I thought it was incredible. See, to be honest with you, I thought it was incredible.
Well, it was a short list of 4. Right? Now, see if Robin Nielsen had won it. Before the okay. I'd had a better reaction. That's my opinion.
Right. Because he has starting point. Okay. You could argue it different ways, I suppose.
I would imagine Robbie Nielsen's got a higher player budget than Yogi Hughes has at Inverness, and for them to finish third. And fair enough, I didn't.
You've got to remember where they finished.
I didn't know that it was before the cup final or before the semi final, which got us the bottom. And they were very fortunate. Notwithstanding that, for that club who can barely get 2,000 fans to any game. Sometimes it's less than that.
Some of these 17 first team players he's got.
And to get to the cup final and to finish third in the SPFL Premier League, I just think if it wasn't going to be Ronnie, then how could it be Nielsen before that? Who was the all on the short list? McInnes. McInnes has done well to finish second as well, but I don't think he get pumped out the 2 cups. Aberdeen get beaten the 2 cups. I just think Yogi. I don't have a great problem with that.
I think you're right. I think Dyler will just shrug it off as well. He's just.
Kevin, I just look at the point. If Ronnie Dyler's won a double in his first season, come to a new country, he's won a double in his first season, right? After all the so-called, we've already spoke about it earlier. The early part of the season wasn't great for him, right? So we're talking about the turning point and all that. We've already discussed that. For him, for Christmas onwards, the way the Celtic and the way they're going forward, it looked great. You know what I'm talking about? And I just think it's a slap in the face to him. In my opinion, that's a slap in the face.
Fair dues.
John Hughes can't do any more than what he is doing.
Can't do any more.
Right? That's my opinion.
That's Brian's opinion. Right, I think we'll wrap up there because we're 4
He's a song.
4 in a row champions. We've got many more to come.
Right, Jim, I'll sweet.
And all we're doing here is just passing time.
There's other songs on that, no?
That's the only song we're interested in, Jim. This is the one for us. So, while you're passing time until the next TikTok, and remember to get in touch.
It might be a long time
Your next TikTok's away.
Yeah, remember to get in touch for TikTok on
Surely
tour.
you were playing that in the
With
car
that
on the way
Mickey
over.
Boys.
Surely that'll be the CD in the car on the way over.
He's in the back with a carrot.
That's better. That's
Mr.
how we
C.
finish it. So, passing time around the table tonight. We have had
Michael.
Mr. C.
Kevin.
Brian, right side of Alex.
fantastic. And until the next time, hail, hail!
The thing I wanna see the most is the Glasgow Celtic score. I've been to Munich, been to Paris and Berlin. I watched injustice fall upon you in Turin, and I've shared the pain and glory with the friends that I have made as I dance from place to place in green and white on a worldwide tin parade.